Check, check, check. Is anyone out there? Anyone? I'm looking for musicians who were on the 1967 Centennial Barge. Anybody?
Testing 1, 2. Brandon, are you there? Brandon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, Tyler.
Oh. Hey, so how are you doing?
Good, man. It was a good show last night, and yeah.
You know, I sort of feel like I'm waking up from a dream after seeing you guys last night. I wasn't really sure if that's what I saw or not, but I noticed that my boots had mud all over them and stuff when I got up this morning, so I realized, yeah, I actually was at a concert at a rock pit, and you guys actually played, and it was phenomenal.
That's a huge compliment. I appreciate that a lot.
I was going to say, Tyler, that you're from down south, or you're from the south, and you see a definite difference in how people are with each other in the north because of the family connections everybody has and the closeness, even across a vast geographical plane like ours. How different it must be being from the south and seeing families in the north stick together through the cold and through the harsh winters, and through, you know, having our little social circles stay alive no matter what.
Yeah, well, that's a really interesting point because, you know, like I moved up 30 years ago from Toronto, and I've never really looked back, but I just see how music it's so valuable here. It's like it's a necessity, and it really brings people together, and people need music to get together with. I don't think, like, maybe down south, I might be overstepping this a little bit, but it seems like maybe down south people take music for granted a little bit more, whereas here it's quite a bit more precious. And so I've just noticed whenever going to anything that's coming around to the towns, everybody makes an effort to go out and check it out because it's a rarity.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's true, man.
I've just kind of heard through the rumor mill and over the years that, and it's not really a rumor, but that, you know, there's a real interest in metal music in Fort Smith, and I'm just wondering, like, why is that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it's not universal, that's for sure, but there definitely is a little niche in this town, but it definitely, you know, it didn't start with us. I mean, I remember when I was living in Inuvik, I seen Shane Daniels and his band, Mike Sinclair, and a couple of other guys on TV on CBC News North. Like at the end, they rolled credits and they had the band playing from the Friendship Festival. And I was living in Inuvik at the time, and we were just starting our band. And that was really inspirational. So those guys were playing Metallica way before we got here. And so when we got here, we were pretty much received with open arms because it wasn't really anything strange. We just came in and we did it well too, and I hope we influenced a lot of other people to, you know, pick up music and challenge themselves that way. Because yeah, we had a lot of fun when we first came here because it was a hotbed of musical activity, and there was a lot of different kinds of bands around here, like not just rock or metal. There was like reggae and country and blues and all kinds of stuff going on. Punk? Yeah, a lot of punk. A few punk bands, some famous, like. But yeah, there was a lot of influence, a lot of different types of music going on here, so it was a good place to fit in.
Thank you.
So do you find that when you're translating this beauty of your inspiration into your music, do you find it was a little bit of a transition for the people in the north to discover what you discovered in lute music and classical music and in electronic music? How did the people receive you when they had first seen you and kind of experienced what you'd experienced and what you want to get through in your music?
Yeah, well, that's kind of the interesting thing. I think with the Baroque music done on sequencers, it might even be a little bit more accessible for the audience. What I like doing is kind of explaining how you come to programming sequences into sequencers, and when you explain the background to the audience, and then when you play the sequences, it really speaks for itself, and I think that's what people react to. And kind of on a different angle, like the stuff that I like to do with electronic instruments is, like I said, it's an open canvas. You know, I really like getting out on the land, and I draw a lot of my inspiration from being out on the land, and there's so many beautiful places in the NWT around the Hay River area that I'm a little bit more familiar with, like Escarpment Creek and places like that, where I like to go to on my own in solitude. And I often bring a field microphone and recording rig with me, and just to capture the sounds of the trees and the wind, leaves, wildlife, water, sounds like that, and that really inspires me to kind of try to find ways to incorporate that into composing.
It's really been great talking with you. It's really inspiring what you do, and we really appreciate knowing that there are other people, other musicians and artists in the North like us.
Yeah, it's been great talking with you guys, and let's keep in touch, please.
Okay, sounds good, Tyler. We'll keep in touch. See you later, man.
Okay, Roger, over and out.
Over.